Okay, hello students. In this video we understand about sorting techniques. So sorting is to arrange the list in ascending or descending order. Sorting algorithm specifies the way to arrange data in a particular order. The importance of sorting lies in the fact that data searching can be optimized to a very high level. If data is sorted in a certain manner, sorting is also used to represent data in more readable formats. There are various sorting techniques that can be used to sort the list in ascending or descending order. Here we will discuss two techniques, bubble sort and insertion sort. So sorting is the very important feature of programming, because of if we have 10,000 students marks and we have to identify that which one is the top, which are in the top 10, so we can sort the students marks in descending order, and then we get who achieve the highest marks and who achieve the lowest marks. Another different field, sorting is also very meaningful. So let's start understanding bubble sort. So bubble sort is one of the simple sorting techniques where it traverses the whole list by comparing its adjacent elements, sorting them and swapping the element until the whole list is sorted. It means that in bubble sort algorithm, if we have a list, we have some elements like 21, 53, 10 and 9. So that in bubble sort it's start swapping by checking these numbers from starting to end. Bubble sort name according to the bubble design created by when we sort any list through bubble sort algorithm. So sorting is like this, that if 21 is greater than 5, then it exchanges those values. Then it checked for next that 21 is greater than 3, so it also exchange again. Then it checked 10 is greater than 21, so it also exchange. Then it checked that 9 is greater than 21, so it also exchange. So in first pass we get the largest number in the last position. Then again we start this algorithm up to n-1 times till the whole list was unsorted. So let's see the next lines. So algorithm, so read the array elements and store it in array A. Store the length in a variable n, and for I equal to 0, n-1, repeat 5 and 6 steps. So 5th and 6th steps will be repeated for n-1 times. Then in second loop, so there are two loops. First loop for the pass and second loop for the swapping. Then after swapping, if we get that the first number is greater than second, or first index number element is greater than second index number element, then we swap both values, both position values. Then we display the sorted list. So here are some steps are given. So in first step, bubble sort algorithm starts by comparing the first two elements in the list. So first we check the starting two elements. If and only if the first element is greater than the second, these elements will be swapped. So if first element is greater than the second, it will be swapped. This ensures that greater of the first two element is in the second position. In the next step, the second element is compared with the third, and following the same logic, they are swapped if and only if the second element is greater than the third element. With these two steps, it is ensured that the greatest of the first three elements is in the third position. If this process is repeated until the last element, the greatest element will end up in the last position in the list. This completes the first step in bubble sort. After first step gets completed, the largest element in array will get placed in the last position of the list. If there are n element to be sorted, then the process mentioned above should be repeated n-1 times to get the required result. For performance optimization, in second step, last element and the second last element are not compared since this comparison was already done in the previous step and the last element is already present in its correct position. Similarly, in step 3, second last and third last element are not compared and so on. So let's see it with the help of an example. So sorting in ascending order using bubble sort. Suppose list is 42, 29, 74, 11, 65 and 58. So here we can see in first pass it will swap since 29 is less than 42. So it will swap 29 with 42. After this it will check in second line that the 42 and 74, so 42 is less than 74, so no swapping as 42 less than 74. In third line it will swap since 11 is less than 74. In third it will swap since 65 is less than 74, and in fifth line it will swap since 58 is less than 74. So the largest element is settled at its correct place at the end. So the first 5 elements from the unsorted part, while the last element forms the sorted part and will be compared for the next pass. In second pass we will not check the last element, and starting from the second and first element we just check, and we need not to swap as 29 is less than 42. In second line or in second loop we will swap since, or it will swap since 11 is less than 42. In third loop that we compare 42 with 65 and no swapping because of 42 is less than 65, and in fourth line we compare 65 and 58 and it will swap, then 58 is less than 65. So the next largest element is settled at its correct place. So the first 4 elements from the unsorted part, while the last 2 elements from the sorted part, and will be compared for the next pass. So let's see the third pass. In third pass 29 and 11 compared, and it will swap since 11 is less than 29. Then it compare 29 with 42, no need to swap. Then it compare 42 to 58 and no need to swap. In fourth pass here 58 is settled, that is already settled. In fourth pass just check the first, we check the first 2 elements and no swapping because of it is as in ascending order. In third no swapping because of 29 is less than 42. In fifth pass we just check the first and second element. So here total number of items, say n is 6, so outer loop will be executed in n-1 times, that is 5 times, and there will be 5 passes through the list. For each pass or outer loop iteration, it compares adjacent items and swap those that are not in order. Each pass places the next highest value in its correct place, and there is no need to compare these elements as they are already placed at their correct place. Here a program is given. I also create a program for you. First let's understand this bubble sort program, then we will show you that what I create for you. So here we can see that function defined using def keyword. The function name is main, and inside the function a list that have 6 elements, and the name of that list is L, and another variable that holds the length of this list. Then we print the original list. After printing original list we used 2 loops, and first loop is for I in range n-1. So the first loop will be run according to the number of elements. So if number of elements are 6, so it will run 5 times. Number of elements is 8, so it will run 7 times. So whenever the first loop run, another loop inside the first loop, and in second loop we use another variable j, and j in range n minus I minus 1. So whatever the value of here n and I, so first we subtract I from the n, then also 1 from the n. So loop will run according to the n minus I minus 1, and if he found that the first element is greater than the second element of the list, then or the jth element and the j plus 1 element check, and if greater than, then it exchange both values or it swap both values directly, because of in the Python it is possible to swap the values in a single statement. Then after we will print the list after sorting is, and then we show the here our original list and list of sorting is given here. So let's see the program how it will work. Here we can see a program, and this is for bubble sort program. So define bubble sort function and that pass a parameter a1. So whatever parameter that we will pass, it will done the whole sorting process from that parameter. So our first loop is I in range length a1 minus 1 and then 0 and then minus 1. So in this sorting we just run the loop and see that it starts from length a1 minus 1 and then end with 0, and every time the decrement done in this loop. So for I in range, I, so the variable in its own range. Okay, I am changing the name of variable because of there are two I name variable which create confusion. So for j in range len a1 minus 1 0 and minus n, it means the loop is running n minus 1 or the length minus 1 times, and end in 0 the starting value is length minus 1, loop of length minus 1, and decrement of minus 1 in first loop. In second loop another variable I in range j, so I is starting from 1 and running up to j. So here whenever the loop will run, so it check that a1i is greater than a1 I plus 1. If yes, then it will swap the values and then again go to the this loop. So what happened actually, first it will check here that 26 is greater than 54 or not. That so 54 is greater than 26. It's checking in first line in here that AI, so the value of AI is 54 and checked by the second variable, and if is it, then if condition is satisfied then it will swap, and here the in the place of 54 26 come and in the place of 26 54 came. Then after it again go to the for loop here, and again this time the value of I is increased, and then it checked that AI, it means 93 and 26, that both are which one is greater. If 26 is greater than 93, that if 26 is greater than 93, then it will swap, otherwise it will not swap it. And here in the place of 26 there is 54, but 54 is not greater than, so no need to swap. then it will check with the next value 17 and so on till n minus 1 time, means length minus 1 time. So after completing the loop, it will go again to the first loop, that is for j in range a len minus 1. So this time loop will run with minus 1 time. So if the last loop is run 7 times, so this will in this time it will run for 6 times, and again it will check the rest of values. In first pass we get 93 at the last position, and in second pass we will check the whole things. Let's run this program and see the output. Here when we run this program, we get there are two listed. First is unsorted, second is sorted. So here we take printout of A1, and after using bubble sort function, we sort the list A1 and then print the list A1. So in another program we will not use direct swapping methods. We just take a temporary variable temp that will hold the value of a1i, then swap the value of a1, then give the value of assign the value of ai to ai plus 1, a1i plus 1, and then assign the value of temp into a1i, so that the value a1i and a1i plus 1 get exchanged. Then we print this program. So when we run, then we get the sorted list. This is all about the bubble sort algorithm. Let's understand the bubble sort algorithm through another program that is given in our textbook. So I did some changes in this program so that it is helpful for understanding the loops. So first see the program, define main function, and inside the main function there is a list and another variable is n which hold the length of list. Then we print the length, then we print the list. Then after our first loop is running, and when first loop will run, its range is n minus 1, means length minus 1, and starting from I means 0. So when the program starts, the first loop starts, it print first loop, then print the range and the value of I, range of loop, and then it prints the second loop starting from here, and then second loop, and second loop starts from j and range is n minus I minus 1, then print the first value and the last value of that loop, then swap, then check the condition. If condition satisfied, then swap the values of both elements of that list. Then after we print the list after sorting. So then main function. So let's run this program and watch and understand that how sorting done in this program. So for running, go to run and run module. So that here we can see that when we print the length of n, so length of list is 5, so it shows 5 here. Then after it print the value of list without sorting. Then after our first loop start, and first loop's starting value is 0 and ending value is 4, so loop will run 4 times. Then after second loop starts from here, and in second loop the value of j in first time is 0 and the last value of j is 4. So first the loop will run and swap the value of 0th and first position variable. So it exchanges the value of 32 and 56 from each other. Swap the value of 32 and 56 if the condition satisfied, but here condition was not satisfied. so that it will not swap these values. Then the second loop is, in second loop the value of j is 1, so it will swap, it will check lj is greater than or lj plus 1 or not. If the second element or the first index number element is greater than the second element index number, so that it swap. So here no need to swap, so same as. Then after the third time second loop is running, and this time the value of j is 2, so it check it from 2 second and third variable, and if find that 78, here it needs that to it find that condition satisfied, so that it swap the value of 23 to 78. Then in fourth times when the second loop is running, it exchange the value of third position and fourth position, third index number and fourth index number values. After this the range is crossed, so that it again go to the first loop. So in first loop now the value of I is 1, increment by 1, so that it is 1, and the last value of 4, so it run again, and this time in second loop the last value is 3 because of 4 minus 1, and the first value starts from 0, so it now try to exchange 0 and first indexing values swap. Then it check that first and second index number values, same as after second loop. First loop starts because of the range is 3 for second loop, and then the first loop start. In first loop the value of I is 2 and the range is 4, so this loop run for 2 times in second loop, and when second loop run for 2 times, it check 0th value from 0th index value from first index value, and third 0th element value from first element value, and first index value from second index value. If found swapping needed, then swap. Then it go to the first loop again, and this time in the first loop the value of I is 3 and range is 4. So after first loop, second loop, and in second loop the loop is running for only one time, and it will check that 0th index number value and first index number value of the list, and if found that swapping is needed, condition is satisfied, then it swap, otherwise it will not swap. And then after it will print the sorted list. Here you can see both lists, one is unsorted and second is sorted. So this is all about bubble sort algorithm. Thank you. Here you can see the program is given in your book. So I did little bit of changes in this program for better understanding of all of you. Then our next sorting technique is insertion sort. So consider you have a report card of 10 students and you have to sort these in ascending order or ascending roll number, according to the roll number. So you will have to go through each report card from the starting or the back and find its right position by comparing its roll number with the roll number on every other report card. Once you find the right position, you will insert the report card there. Similarly, if more new report cards are provided to you, you can easily repeat the same process and insert the new report card and get the report cards sorted too. This is exactly how insertion sort works. It starts from the index 1, not from the 0, and each index starting from index 1 is like a new report card that you have to place a proper position in the stored sub-array on the left. Here steps are given that first we start, then enter the element in array A, store the length of the array in capital N. Then step 3 for I equal to 1, so this is our first loop, I equal to 1, repeat step 4 to 8, else step 8, then step 4 where j equal to a dot index I and while j minus 1 is greater than aj, then and j is greater than 0, repeat the step 6 7, else step 3, and in step 6 we swap the values if condition satisfied. Then j equal to j minus 1 means decrement of this value variable, and print the list, then int. Let's see what happened in passes. So in first pass it will just swap the first number. So the second element of an array, according to this list, the second element of an array 49 is compared with the elements that appeared before it. First element 70, since 70 is greater than 49, so swapping will take place and element is inserted at the correct position. After first pass, first two elements of an array will be sorted. When the first two elements will be sorted, then in second pass the third element of an array 31 is compared with the elements that appears before it, that is 70. Since 70 is greater than 31, so it will swap it with 70. Then it will compare it with 49. Since 49 is greater than 31, so swapping will take place, and finally 31 will positioned at its correct place. In third pass, the fourth element of this array 6 is compared with the elements that appear before it, that is 70 first, then with 49 and 31, and finally placed at its correct place in the sorted part of the array. In fourth pass, it starts checking from the fifth element, that is 65, and comparing with the elements that appear before it. So 70, that is 70 first, since 70 is greater than 65, so it will swap it with 70, and further no more comparison will take place because 65 is already placed at its correct position. Then in fifth pass, the sixth element of this array, that is 81, is compared with the element that appear before it, 70. So first, since 70 is less than 81, so it will not swap as this is already placed at its correct position. And in sixth pass, the seventh element of this array, that is 68, is compared with the element that appear before it, and that is 81, and first then the 70 end gets its correct position to the sorted array. So now the list is sorted. The total number of items is 7. So outer loop will be executed n-1 time, that is 6 times, and there will be 6 passes through the list. For each pass, it not only compare adjacent items and swaps, but also slides up each larger element until it gets to the correct location in the sorted part of the array. So here we can see the code, that we have an list A equal to 70 to 68, and first we print the original list, then we use for loop. So for I in A, j equal to a dot index I, so j hold the index number of I, the element in array A, and then starting our second loop, and second loop is running while j is greater than 0. So if j minus 1 is greater than aj, then aj minus 1 and aj are swapped, else it break and j equal to j minus 1. Then we will print the list after sorting, so we get the sorted list. Here an output is given. So steps are, let's understand the steps. So compare the current element in the iteration set, say A, with the previous adjacent element to it. If it is further, it is in order, then continue the iteration, step 5, else go to step 2. Swap the two elements and the previous adjacent element to it. Then third, compare A with its previous adjacent element. If they are not in order, then proceed to step 4 and swap if they are not in order, and repeat step 3 and 4. Continue the iteration. So application: insertion sort. Insertion sort is efficient for small data sets but quite insufficient for large lists. Insertion sort is adaptive. This means that it reduces its total number of steps if a partially sorted array is provided as input, which eventually increases its overall efficiency. It does not require additional memory for sorting. And when we see the bubble sort, so it is comparatively simpler to understand than some other sorting algorithms. Bubble sort is the fastest and the easiest sorting method available. It is the fastest sorting method for an extremely small and or nearly sorted set of data. So efficiency of any sorting algorithm is measured by counting number of algorithmic operations. So let's see the example of this insertion sort algorithm. So here I have a program. When we run this program, we get sorted and unsorted and sorted list. So let's see what happened. So we define a function insertion sort, name a1, and passing parameter is a1, and for range is 1, starting from 1 to the end, length a1, j equal to a1I, so j will hold the value of first element of the array, then k will hold the index number of that array, index number of that list, that elements list, first elements index number holding by the k. Then while loop is running, and while loop is running until k is greater than 0. So when k is 0, the loop will be terminated, and also a condition that a1 k minus 1 is greater than j. So j will hold the value of a1I. So until a1 k minus 1 is greater than the j, the loop will run and it will swap the value if find out that the first value is the second element is greater than the j element. Then last k equal to k minus 1, decrement in k, and then a1 k equal to j. So after this defining this function, when we run the program, we get sorted and unsorted list both. Let's understand this sorting method through the program given in our book by using Python shell. Hello students, here you can see the program of insertion sort algorithm, and this program is same as the program in your textbook. I did some changes so that for better understanding of this loops dry run. So that let's run this program and watch the output. So here you can see the output. Let's understand by comparing both windows. So here you can see first it displayed the list that is unsorted, then after it displayed first loop that is given in our script with print option. Then after we show here the value of I and the length minus 1 of our list. So value of I is 32. Value of I means the first value or the 0th index number value of our list. So 32 is the first element or the 0th index number element, and the length is 5 minus 1, that is 4. Then we print that second loop starting from here, So when second loop start, it did nothing. Why? Because of here j hold the index number of ith value. So the ith value is 32, index number I for 32, so that for 0 loop will not run, because of j must be greater than 0 for running the loop. Then again it come to the first loop, and in first loop this time the value of I element is 56. You can see here in that second loop starting from here, and the value of second loop is second loop starting from here and terminated. Then first loop again start, and this time in the first loop the value of I is 56, and loop run for 4 times the first loop. So this is the 5 times 0 to 4. Then second loop start, and this time the value of j is 1, because of the index number of 56 is 1, so that the value of j is 1. And for 1 loop will run for 1 time, and this time it will check the value of 56 and 32, means the jth element and j minus 1th element according to the index number. And if found, then swap, then again go to the, and after this j equal to j minus 1, so 1 minus 1 equal to 0, and j is equal to 0, not greater than 0, so that loop will be terminated. Then again it go to the first loop, and in first loop the I is the third value, that is 78. So here we can see in first loop the value of I is 78, and the index number of I is 2 holding by the j, and this time it will run for 2 times, and this time it will check that 78 and 56, and if found that 78 and 56 any condition is satisfied, then it swap, otherwise it will not swap. Then first loop again start, and this time the value of I is 23, and for value of 23 the index number is 3, so here 3 is printed for second loop starting from here. And second loop the value of 3, so that it is run for 3 times, and this time it exchanges the value 23 with 78, and when it run for second time it check and exchange, if found then exchange the value this, and again it change the value of first index number. So it start from last to first. So always first it swap the value of 56 and 32. Then in second round it starts from checking here 78 to 56 and 56 to 32. Then it start from here last position 23 to or third position element 2 or fourth to third element, and third to second and second to 1. Same as when we see that second loop is starting from here, and the value of index number is 3 for 23, so that it run for 3 times, and all 3 times it check and swap the value before that value. Then after again it goes to the first loop when j is equal to 0. Then in first loop this time the value of I is 54, and the index number of 54 is 4, so that the loop will run for 4 times. So when we iterate from first times, it swap the value of fourth index number and third index number elements, then third index number and second index number element, and then second index number and first index number element. After swapping these values, we will get the swapped list or sorted list. So this is all about insertion sort algorithm. Thank you.